Please maintain silence. I repeat, please maintain silence. Kindly raise at your feet as the dignitaries are arriving. Kindly maintain silence.
Jeppiaar Institute of Technology aspires to provide technical education in futuristic technologies with a perspective of innovative, industrial, and social applications for the betterment of humanity. That is our vision. I repeat, JPO Institute of Technology aspires to provide technical education in futuristic technologies with a perspective of innovative, industrial, and social applications for the betterment of humanity. That is our vision.
conversation today is a step forward, shaping tomorrow's workplace with wisdom and vision. A very warm welcome to our chairman, Dr. N. Mario Wilson, our esteemed chief guest, our moderator, Ms. Vaishnavi, Associate Vice President, HR, Multivista Global, and Ms. Ashwini Kanakan, Human Resource Winston, Mr. Inwin Edwin Joel, Senior Manager, People Development at Anubhavam Technologies, Mr. Prem Kumar Samuel, Assistant Director, EDII, MSME, Government of Tamil Nadu. Our Principal, Dr. Venugopalakrishnan, our IQAC Director, Dr. S. Shenbaga Eril, Placement Dean, Mr. O. Dharani, Head of the Departments, Faculty Members, and dear students.
It is our privilege to host Impulse 6.0 with the theme Campus to CEO, Nurturing the Founder Mindset, here at Jeppiaar Institute of Technology, an esteemed platform for synergistic exchange and knowledge sharing.
Reverence is not an act of routine, but a reflection of gratitude for what makes us. I request everyone to raise at your feet for Tamil Thai Varthu.
Every gathering begins with a greeting, but it's the people who give it purpose. I kindly request our principal, Dr. Venu Gopalakrishnan, JP Institute of Technology, to deliver the welcome address.
A very good afternoon to everyone gathered here. With great joy, I welcome you all to the afternoon session of the HR Conclave, the Career Impulse 6.0, centered on the theme Campus to CEO, Nurturing the Founder Mindset. We owe our heartfelt gratitude to our chairman, Dr. Mary Wilson sir, whose vision and guidance continually motivate us to create platforms that shape future leaders and encourage an entrepreneurial mindset among students. It gives me great honor to welcome our esteemed afternoon panelist, Ms. Ashwini Kanakat, Human Resource Winston, Mr. Edwin Joel, Senior Manager, People Development, Anubhavam Technologies Private Limited, Mr. Prem Kumar Samuel, Assistant Director, EDII, MSME, Government of Tamil Nadu, Ms. Vaishnavi, Associate Vice President, HR, Multivista Global. Your experiences, leadership journeys, and perspectives on innovation, entrepreneurship, and human capital development will undoubtedly inspire our students to think beyond the boundaries and aspire to leadership roles. Our heartfelt welcome to Dr. Shenbagalil, IQAC Director, for constantly guiding us towards excellence and for motivating the faculty and students to pursue impactful research. I extend my sincere appreciation to Mr. Dharani, Dean Placement, Mr. Shine, Placement Officer, for arranging this HR Conclave event. Also to our head of the departments, faculty members, organizing committees, and CDC cell, and everyone who has contributed to the smooth conduct of this event. Finally, my dear students, your active participation and eagerness to learn define the success of this conclave. May this afternoon session ignite your entrepreneurial spirit and encourage you to become future leaders, innovators, and visionaries. With immense pleasure, I welcome you all of this inspiring and empowering session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your profound insights.
Today, we are honored to welcome a visionary HR leader, Ms. Vaishnavi, who will also be serving as the moderator for today's session. With over 3 decades of rich professional experience and qualifications, including an MBA in HR and an executive development program from XLRI, she has significantly shaped organizations through a strategic insight and empathetic leadership. She is currently serving as the Associate Vice President, HR and Admin at Multivista Global Private Limited, where she is widely respected for her fostering organizational culture, developing performance teams, and driving impactful people first transformations. I kindly request Ms. Vaishnavi to join us on the stage. Welcome, ma'am.
It's my privilege to welcome a truly inspired HR leader, Ms. Ashwini Kanakat, with 19 years of rich experience across the IT, communication, and automotive industries. She currently serves as a site head HR at Vistian Technical Service Center in Chennai. She is an AON Butte certified HR business partner and a Google certified and remarkable coach and an active contributor at HR firms worldwide. A strong champion of DEI, and she has driven cultural transformation and leadership development across global teams. Her journey stands as a reminder that accomplishment does not speak for itself. The leader behind it does. I request Ms. Ashwini Kanakat to kindly step onto the stage. I warmly welcome you, ma'am.
We are very proud to welcome Mr. Inwin Edwin Joel, Section 8 registered JIT Foundation Pre-Incubation Center's mentor. He is an accomplished HR professional with over a decade of experience across technology, non-profit, and industrial sectors. Currently serving as the Senior Manager People Development at Anubhavam Technologies, Chennai. He led end-to-end HR functions including talent acquisition, performance management, employee relations, compliance, and organizational development. He holds a master's degree in Human Resource Development Management from Willinger Institute of Management and multiple ISO lead auditor certifications, strengthening his governance and compliance expertise. By having proficiency in 5 languages, he brings strong interpersonal skills and a commitment to build ethical and future-ready work environments. I welcome Mr. Inwin Edwin Joel to join us on the stage. Welcome, sir.
We are honored to welcome a distinguished public servant with over 31 years of service, Mr. Prem Kumar Samuel, Assistant Director at EDII Government of Tamil Nadu. He leads several key government initiatives such as Entrepreneurship Development Training Program, Innovation Voucher Program, and Certified Course in Entrepreneurship and Innovation. His work continues to ignite the entrepreneurial ecosystem across Tamil Nadu. I now invite Mr. Prem Kumar Samuel on the stage. I warmly welcome you, sir.
Greatness is not defined by authority, but the commitment to serve with purpose and foresight. The person who embodies this philosophy is none other than our chairman, Dr. N. Mary Wilson of Jeppiaar Institute of Technology. I now invite our chairman, sir, to deliver the presidential address.
Respected Mrs. Ashwini Kanaganth, Human Resource Visitor, Mr. Inwin Edwin Joel, Senior Manager, Anubhavam Technologies, Mr. Prem Kumar Samuel, Assistant Director, EDII, MSME, Government of Tamil Nadu, Ms. Vaishnavi, Associate Vice President, HR, Multivista Global, Principal, faculties, Director IQC, Dean, and my dear student friends. Good afternoon. So first, my apologies for not attending the first session. So congratulations to the Department of CDC, Career Development Cell, for organizing this Career Impulse program 6.0. இது ஒரு பெரிய இனிஷியேட்டிவ் இல்லையா? அது வந்து not just first time, second time, it's the sixth time. It started long back. So the preparations, they took almost a month before. They have to contact all the HRs, they have to find their time, they have to fix the date, they have to make arrangements for the logistics and everything. And volunteers also. So in the kind of volume preparation, it requires meticulous planning. So I think the department, CDC, is doing a fantastic job for the last 6 years. So today, the first session, you are the same audience, again repeated for the second session also? Okay, in that case, probably I will not speak much. And you have to be a good listener today. All you need to do is to listen to all these people expert, because they are here for you today. They are all having big schedules. They are all HRs on their own way, in very companies, very big companies. Earlier it was not so. We have to reach company. We have to go to the companies, the CDC, HR, the placement in charge, the dean. Today, the companies itself are coming forward, like participating in HR conference like this, or setting up a center of excellence, or hackathon, anything. They are willing to come and see you all people to get to know what exactly you need. Because I strongly believe not quantity, quality. So same all HRs, they want quality engineers in their respective companies. So for that, this kind of conference or HR conclave will definitely help you people to get to know the needs of the industry. Because நீங்கள் நல்லா எங்களோட ஃபாஸ்ட்டாக டெவலப்மெண்ட் ஆகிட்டு இருக்கீங்க. நிறைய டெக்னாலஜிஸ் நீங்கள் வந்துக்கிட்டே இருக்குது. நீங்கள் ஏஐ ரெவல்யூஷன் எங்கேயோ போயிடுச்சு. Huge AI is occupying in every space of the industry or daily needs. So we are facing that very important tool AI. So அதோட இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் அவங்க உங்களுக்கு பாஸ் பண்ண விரும்புவாங்க. நம்ம இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷனை எடுத்துங்க. We have already started that AI Intel lab நம்ம ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிட்டோம். Intel VLSI இப்போ இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ண போகிறோம். செமிகண்டக்டர் லேப், ஐடியா லேப் ஆல்ரெடி ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆரம்பிச்சிருச்சு. ஸோ எவ்ரி திங் வி ஆர் புட்டிங் ஃபார் தி ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் கம்யூனிட்டி. பிகாஸ் எண்ட் ஆஃப் த டே யூ நீட் பிளேஸ்மெண்ட், யூ நீட் டு பி அன் ஆண்டர்ப்ரனர், யூ நீட் டு கெட் யுவர் செல்ஃப் கோயிங் நெக்ஸ்ட் 10 years. நீ ஃபியூச்சர் ஜென்ரேஷன் நீங்கள் தான். இதில் 2 விஷயங்கள் நான் பார்க்குறேன். இப்போ சமீப காலமாக இப்போ சொல்லிகிட்டு இருக்கேன் எல்லாத்தையும். வரப்போகிற காலங்களில் 2 பேருக்கு தான் காம்படிஷன். ஒன்று ஃபேக்கல்ட்டி, இன்னொன்று ஸ்டூடெண்ட். இந்த 2 பேருக்கு உள்ள காம்படிஷன் வந்து அவங்கவுங்க அப்ஸ்கில் பண்ணுற விதங்களில் மட்டும்தான் இருக்குது. அப்ஸ்கில் ஃபேக்கல்ட்டி பண்ணலைன்னா, அப்ஸ்கில் அப்டேட் பண்ணலைன்னா தே கேன் நாட் கோ டு த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். இட் இஸ் ஹைலி இம்பாசிபிள். திஸ் கான்ஃபரன்ஸ் இஸ் நாட் ஓன்லி ஃபார் ஃபேக்கல்ட்டி, ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் மட்டும் இல்லை, ஃபேக்கல்ட்டிக்கு. The faculty hardly they haven't interacted much with the HRs, with the technocrats like these people. But this is the right time. Faculty also should be a good listener. Already number AI departments and CSI department have gone for internship. Unga faculties போக ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்க 4 weeks. AID's faculty, 10 faculties have already went to company, entrance company in OMR. I am requesting HRs today, please give internship to our faculties. That is the major need for the student community now. Because with that kind of knowledge, with that kind of upskilling, when they reach to the student community is very easy for them to grasp it. So they are already, our students have already gone for second year internship. They started moving to the companies from second year. It's a big thing. We have seen students going to Japan. We have seen people going to Malaysia for competitions. We have seen people going for IIT PALS. So every competition our students are able to reach because the interaction between the industry, between academicians, we are very giving much importance to that activities in this institution. So I strongly believe my student in the future of JIT or future of engineering of yours, we need to be updated. If we are not updated, you are going to be the biggest loser. நான் திருப்பி சொல்கிறேன், இன்னும் நெக்ஸ்ட் 3 இயர்ஸில் பயங்கரமான வளர்ச்சிகள் நோக்கி நம்ம போயிட்டு இருக்கிறோம். என்னோட பெட்டராக இன்னைக்கு ஸ்டேஜில் இவங்க தான் உங்களை இன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ண போகிறாங்க. ஸோ இன்றைக்கி தயவு செய்து ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு ஆடியன்ஸை நல்லா லிசன் பண்ணுங்கள், கொஸ்டின்ஸ் கேளுங்க, உள் வாங்கிங்க, வாட் எவர் தே சே, கோ பேக் ஹோம், திங்க் வாட் தே செட், பிளான் யுவர் செல்ஃப். ஐ விஷ் this HR Conclave a grand success. God bless you. Peace to you all. And thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request our chairman to felicitate our chief guest alongside our principal, IQAC director and placement team. I request the principal and IQAC director, placement team to come forward. Ms. Vaishnavi, Associate Vice President, HR, Multivista Global. The memento has been exclusively grafted using a 3D printer at our Idea Lab and is proudly presented by our students from Jeppiaar Institute of Technology. Kindly give a huge round of applause. Ms. Ashwini Kanakan, Human Resource, Winston. Mr. Inven Edwin Joel, Senior Manager, People Development at Anubhavam Technologies. Mr. Prem Kumar Samuel, Assistant Director, EDII, MSME, Government of Tamil Nadu. Thank you. Now, without any further delay, I request our moderator, Ms. Vaishnavi, to take over the panel discussion. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, dear. Okay, because good food should also give more energy, right? Thank you so much, the institution, everybody who actually invited me for this wonderful meeting. I will not say it a conclave because it is an opportunity for me to meet a lot of fresh minds working towards the future, right? So thank you so much for having me here. Without any further delay, let me just initiate the topic. The topic is very, very interesting for me because it is campus to CEO. This is something new for me, right? You know, in our eras, we never even spoke about CEO or entrepreneurship when we actually are into academics. As you, all of you know, let me just briefly put forward, you know, this today's generation, whoever is living today, they have seen 4 kinds of industrial revolution. To make it very precise, initially, you know, the revolution was kind of industrial revolution where people were moving from their own farming kind of a stuff, getting into factory environment type of work. So basically, they want to ensure that they get a secured kind of job where their livelihood is taken care. Next came in the late 20th century, digital technology, right? Lot of technology started popping up. We started talking about internet, network, whatnot, right? Those days, people were more influenced in terms of building their career path. So today I'm here, tomorrow where do I need to go, what should I study? So that was the revolution we have seen in late 20th century. After that, gig economy, right? We are not happy with one kind of work. I want to do multiple things at a time. So the students and the mindset of people was not limited to one industry or one corporate, but they were kind of looking at, I want something more, I want to do multiple things. Now, after 2010, the mindset has completely changed, right? I don't even want to work. I want to be an entrepreneur right from the day I come out of my campus. So that is the mindset of the students today. It is new for the parents, I would say, because parents never had that mindset. Today, the technology has come so fast that students are not even thinking of getting into a job, but starting up a business. Thanks to the college, I had got the opportunity to walk through the lab. Amazing it is. I could see many industries there. Big round of applause to the Jeppiaar Institute, I would say. Very nice. So now, coming to the topic, I'm going to ask, I'll start with Ashwini. So if this is the mindset of the students today, when they come out of the campus, they don't want to get into corporate, I want to be an entrepreneur. What you think the students have to understand to come into a startup atmosphere, for instance, from idea to launch? If I take up idea to launch, what would be your perspective in terms of telling the students what is required for them to adapt to get into where they want to?
Thank you. Before even I answer the question, எல்லாருக்கும் good afternoon. தமிழ்லையும் கலந்து பேசலாமா இல்ல வெறும் இங்கிலீஷ் தானா? பேசலாம் இல்லையா? ஏன்னா நாங்களும் அங்கிருந்து தான் வந்திருக்கோம். So it's always important to college வந்துட்டாலே அந்த ஒரு ஃபீல் வரணும். ரொம்ப you go full English, then it becomes little very formal. So என்ன சொல்ல வரோங்கிறதையும் we should try and tell you, but at the same time I want to give the message. Before answering your question, Vaishnavi, I would like to give a little bit of insight about what I do and what I represent, right? So I represent a company called Vistion. எவ்வளோ பேருக்கு தெரியும் Vistion பத்தி? யாரா கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா Vistion? Okay. மஹிந்திரா XUV 700 யார் பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா? XUV 700 பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா? அது முன்னாடி ஒரு 17 inch screen இருக்குல்ல, cockpit. So Vistion மரிமலை நகர்ல இருக்க, we are the company which manufactures the cockpit electronics of name a car, right? So we are into உங்களோட clusters, infotainment, everything is being manufactured by Vistion, right? So I represent the organization which does that. So that's why I was wanting to tell you about the organization, and if somebody is from ECE and somebody who's very interested in electronics and all this is the organization which looks at people to put in your heads into it. Okay. Vistion enna pandrona, we have a concept of getting into the students' curriculum right from their second year of their institution, right? So we get into the Vistion curriculum is being injected into the minds, which means that engalukku enna venumo, we make them industry ready, not capturing you at the fourth year. Fourth year la vandu ungala interview pannittu edukkuradhu illa. So we try to inject what is the organization looking at. So probably institutions should also be getting ready, right? End of the day யாரெல்லாம் வந்து fourth year முடிஞ்சோடனே நான் வேலைக்கு போகணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன், யாரெல்லாம் இருக்கீங்க? யாருக்கெல்லாம் வேலைக்கு போகணும்? ஓகே, யாருக்கெல்லாம் என்ன வேலைலாம் வேணையா, ஜஸ்ட் செட்டில், அப்பா பிஸ்னஸ் இருக்கு, ஸோ ஐ ஜஸ்ட் வாண்ட் டு சில், அந்த மாதிரி? எனிபடி லைக் தட்? பிஸ்னஸ், சொந்தமாக பிஸ்னஸ் இருக்கு, அதை பார்த்துக்கிட்டா போதும், அந்த மாதிரி? ஸோ மெஜாரிட்டி 90% of the hands went up when you said you want to work, right? So when you want to work, that's when you're stepping into a corporate. So I want to just give away 3 tips. Going back to Vaishnavi's question, right? MTC na enna nyavam varudhu? Bus, MTC bus. Na inime indha session vittu veliya pogumbodhu ungalku vera nyavam varanum. Okay? So I'm going to talk about M square, T square and C square. Easy ah? MTC ingra word easy ah? M square, T square, C square. What is M square? Mindset. Okay? M square அப்படிங்கிறது mindset. So one is your professional mindset, second one is your growth mindset. Okay. ஒரு கேம்பஸ்ல இருந்து கார்ப்பரேட்டுக்குள்ள வரோம். ஸோ சிஇஓ ஆகிறது அப்புறம் பார்த்துக்கலாம். ஸோ நான் அதான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பார்த்தேன். கார்ப்பரேட் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நம்ம கார்ப்பரேட் உள்ள வருவோம், என்ன இந்த கார்ப்பரேட் அப்படிங்கிறத பார்க்கலாம், அதுக்கப்புறம் நம்ம சிஇஓ ஆகலாம், ரைட்? ஸோ when you come from a campus to corporate, the first thing that you have to have is the mindset change, right? It's no more schools, no more colleges. You're getting into a place where it is cutthroat competition. I'm literally telling, it's cutthroat competition. உங்கள மாதிரி எத்தனையோ பேர் எங்கெங்கயோ ஒரு இடத்துல இருந்து பாஸ் அவுட் ஆகி வர போறாங்க, கரெக்டா? Jeppiaar Institute, இங்க இருக்கிற எத்தனை ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ், maybe 400 students, 700 students getting passed out from this institution of this Sri Perambuttur. Just imagine the entire country, entire world, how many students are passing out, and we are all coming to pick students. I know it's hard, but engloda reality adhaan. We want the cream. That's how we call it in corporate world, right? Pick the cream. So neenga and the cream varanum appadina, first and foremost is your mindset change, right? Start taking accountability, start taking responsibility. It's very, very important. The word you hear, opportunity, corporate la vandittu yaar appdin kai thookurukla wait panna maatanga. Yaar kai thookurangalo avanga dhaan naanga kondu povom. Meduva பக்கத்துல இருக்கவங்க கை தூக்குறானா, நான் கை தூக்கலாமா வேண்டாமா, கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சம், that doesn't work. Okay, so the most important thing is for you to come and get into the opportunity world where you start taking responsibility. That's the first mindset. M square nu sonna, in your M enna, growth mindset, right? It's very, very, very important, which means that you should have the thirst to learn. Sharpen பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கணும், இல்லைன்னா பென்சில் மொனை ஆகிடும்ல. ஷார்ப் பண்ணிகிட்டே இருந்தால் தானே எழுத முடியும், ரைட்? இங்க் ஃபில் பண்ணிகிட்டே இருந்தால் தானே இங்க் எழுதும். ஸோ தட்ஸ் ஹவ் யோர் பிரெயின் ஷுட் ஆல்சோ பி. யூ ஷுட் பி ஃபெட் வித் நாலேஜ். இன்றைக்கும் எனக்கு ஒரு ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி கிடைச்சதுன்னா ஐ வில் லேர்ன். ஐ ஹவ் கம்ப்ளீட்டட் 19 years of my experience, right? So I still want to learn, I still want to do something. So it's very, very important to keep yourself feeding in. அடுத்தது T square. First is task management, time management. I was amazed, right? Maybe we were all late, but I think the students were very much ahead and waiting for all of us to come. Time management, task management is also very, very important when you step into the corporate world. Nothing waits for you. You ask something, you asked a project. இப்போ நாங்கள் மஹிந்திரா XUV700 facelift work பண்றோம், Thar release பண்ணோம், right? We are signing up with Maruti. Everybody wants the product to be delivered like yesterday. Nobody is ready to wait, right? So which means whenever they ask you something, when should I deliver it, அப்படினா உங்களோட ஆன்சர் வந்து yesterday ன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. Yesterday is gone, which means that's a tight timeline that we are all running in. Right? So it's very, very important to ensure that you manage your tasks, you manage your time as well. C square, collaboration, very, very important, right? You can't work or be in a solitude environment. நான் தனியாக தான் இருப்பேன், எனக்கு டீம் பில்டிங்லாம் முடியாது, தனியாக தான் ஒர்க் பண்ணுவேன், என்னை அமைதியாக விட்டுருங்க, நான் பாட்டுக்கு வேலை செஞ்சுட்டு வந்துடுறேன், அதெல்லாம் நடக்காது. You will be put up in a team with 10-15 people. So you should have that collaborative mindset. அதனால தான் உங்கள் காலேஜில் வந்து இந்த காலேஜ் டே, ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் டே, நமக்கு எல்லாமே அஸ்திவாரம் அங்கிருந்து ஆரம்பிக்குது, ரைட்? Where you're trying to work in teams, we are trying to get collaborated with different people. So it's very, very important for you all to participate in such events to get that first C, which is collaboration. The second C, challenge. That's something that you will face day in and day out. Your life is not going to be bed of roses. Let me remind you, okay? Because the moment you are entering a corporate organization, கொண்டு போய் உங்களை நீச்சலெல்லாம் பழக்கி விடுற மாதிரியெல்லாம் இருக்காது. கொண்டு போவாங்க, பீச் பக்கத்தில் கொண்டு போவாங்க, மெதுவாக தண்ணி அப்படியே கைப்படும், லைட்டாக குளிரும், போலாமான்னு இருக்கும். யாரும் உங்களை பிடிச்சி உள்ள தள்ளி விட மாட்டாங்க, அதுக்குன்னு சொல்லிட்டு கூடயே வந்து உங்களுக்கு நீச்சல் கற்று கொடுத்துட்டு இருக்க மாட்டாங்க, ரைட்? ஸோ யூ ஆல் ஹேவ் சம்திங் கால்ட் அ ப்ரொபேஷனரி பீரியட், internships, இது எல்லாமே உங்களுக்கான testing period, or probably you have that a zone for you to kind of start looking into things. So that's M square. Okay, there's one, I think C square. Yeah, C square was collaboration and challenge. So we spoke about mindset, which is your professional mindset, growth mindset, time and task management. I think I left one T. The other T was tech savvy. Okay, I am an HR person. So I finished my computers engineering, and then I went into my master's in HR. ஸோ தேர்ட் இயர் படிக்கும்போதே புரிஞ்சிச்சு இந்த ஜீரோஸ் ஒன்ஸ் எல்லாம் நமக்கு ஒத்தே வராது, ரைட்? இந்த 0 1 என்னையா அது வாழ்க்கை ஃபுல்லாக zeros and ones binaries. This is not what I wanted to do. That's when I decided probably for me it's people. For me it's how do I kind of start working with people. So that's what my profile is today, right? So எல்லாருக்குமே அந்த ஒரு மடை திறந்து மூமெண்ட் or breaking point moment வரும். That's when you start realizing what you want to do. So why I'm saying tech savvy is that இன்னைக்கு ஏஐ பற்றி பேசிகிட்டு இருக்கோம். நிறைய ஏஐ காலையில் ஏஐ பற்றி நிறைய பேசிகிட்டு இருந்தாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். எங்கேயோ நான் ஒரு தாட்டி கொஞ்சம் லைவ் பார்த்துட்டு இருந்த போது ஏஐன்னு பயப்படுற மாதிரிலாம் ஒன்றும் இல்லைங்க. ஸோ இட்ஸ் ஜஸ்ட் தட் எவ்ரி டைம் இட் கம்ஸ், ரைட்? ஒவ்வொரு தாட்டி ஏதாவது நமக்கு வந்துட்டே இருக்கணும். அந்த மாதிரி ஏஐயும் வந்திருக்கு. பட் எஸ், technology is advancing. We have to start using it in the right way. But definitely human intervention is also not going to stop there. So be tech savvy. And I think my answer was pretty long, but this is something that I want to take you m square, t square, and c square. So with that, you guys be ready to face the corporate world. We're all there to lend our hands, but yes, only to some extent, and after that you should learn to swim. Yes?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So thank you, Ashwini. So coming back to the topic, what we are today, the session is about campus to CEO. Now I would like to ask Mr. Prem Kumar, if that is the mindset and if that is the future of everyone sitting over here, what do you think, how the mindset of a founder can be built in this young mind? What is your perspective in terms of how will they build that founder mindset in each one of them? With your experience, yes, Mr. Prem.
Thank you, ma'am. So as my fellow panelists asked you to lift your hand, so many of you said you want to go for a typical corporate setup. No, that was your overall ambition. But many times, see, when reality strikes you, then you will realize that the campus recruitment has come, but I am not one among them. So நீங்களே யோசிக்கலாம், நான் அவங்களை காட்டிலும் எனக்கு ஏதாவது குறைவா அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. It's not like that. So every human being is unique, everyone has their own potential. So one of my passion is to go talk with young minds like you, find out where they can suit best. So when your chairman was interacting, he was telling about the UPSC course that has been curated for you, and many of you are also pursuing that. So some might choose a career in government service, or someone might choose their father's business, or some like after listening to Vistian, so they want to enter a corporate setup. But our ambition is to put up inculcate an entrepreneurial spirit right from the school stage. So that is where Entrepreneurship Development and Innovation Institute comes into place. We sow seeds of innovation right from the school stage, and then at college we conduct hackathons so that their entrepreneurial mindset comes into play. And then when we have a very big support system for young innovators, be it a college student or an young innovator, young MSM, young startup. So we fund them. So if you have an idea, you won't believe me. If someone has a brilliant idea, he can tap 2 crores for an idea. So if someone has a brilliant idea, which is validated, the proof of concept is validated, then there is a funding available up to a sum of 2 crores. But that has not reached to the target audience. So they are not aware of what the schemes are available or how to tap it. So this is one area that we focus on, and the other thing is changing their mindset. So why so many people said, I don't want to become an entrepreneur, I don't want to set up a business. So they have a fixed mindset saying that there are lots of risks involved. Yes, there are risks involved. But how to manage that risk, how to take a calculated risk. So how to change their mindset, how to show them that there are other options also available. Instead of seeking employment, you can also be the one who can provide employment. So that is what we are trying to explain, and I am happy that many are now becoming young innovators. I see so many people from college, from the first, second year of colleges, they have their own startups, they have their own, at least they have their idea, they have the vision, and we properly nurtured, and they can be the future Satya Nadella of the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Prem. So as you said, the, few decades back, we used to talk about he's young entrepreneur, young entrepreneur. Today, it is not the case. No, everyone as you rightly said, feed as a seed. More early stage of the mind, if it is sowed in, the results are quicker than what we expect. So with that context, as you said that from government also there are a lot of fundings which is available to the students who have brilliant ideas, who can actually bring that innovation into practicality. So in that context, I will go to Mr. Inwin. So with this mindset, if I have to ask you, how or what steps the students are required to take to balance innovation and practicality? So the ideas are there. Now that innovation, how can they bring it into practicality, and what should they be focusing on?
I would like to thank the institution for assembling people like us over here, because when we studied, naanga padikechum engalku idhu mari opportunity la illa. Okay, so you should please clap for your college and everything, because it's the first step. I'll take that stage because I'll do an activity to ensure this is taken care.
So, ma'am asked about what is entrepreneurship and how is the skill and the practicality can be mapped in, right? Our sir, chairman sir told about listening, right? Listening pati sonnara sir, yaarla kettinga, right? So we'll do an activity, right? Guys can stand up, girls and the ladies can stand up, right? Yelmilala. I said to stand up, boys. What did I say? A simple step is to stand up. Did I say to make noise? So why there is a noise? Right. This is the problem. We don't listen. Right? Okay, so we'll do an activity. If I say left, you're not supposed to raise your left hand, but your right hand. Okay? And if I say right, you're not supposed to raise your right hand, but your left hand. Side la irukongla adikadinga, please. Okay? Just raise a little bit, okay? If I say left, don't raise your left hand, but your right hand. Understood? Or a demo bolama. We can go for a demo, right? Right, left, left, right, left. Okay, demo nalla dhaan pandringa. Adla innor challenge add பண்ணுவோம். I'll say sit. If I say sit, you're not supposed to sit. You're supposed to stand. And if I say stand, you're supposed to sit. Understood? Left, right, right, stand, sit, left, right, stand, sit. Please sit. You like the idea, right? We say issue is, as a child, we don't listen to our parents. And as a teacher, we don't listen to our students. As husband and a wife, we don't listen to our wife or we don't listen to our husband. And as a company, we don't listen to our boss. Right? Yes or no? We have students over here who don't listen to your teachers, right? Yes or no? How many can be honest about that answer? That you sometimes have a fight with your own siblings or with your own teachers? Right? Please clap for the ones who are raising hands, because trust ethics, moral is something lacking at the moment. So if you have trust, ethics and moral, you can change the world. And we want people who can change the world. See, practical demo ipo enna pannona, if you say yes, you're not supposed to say yes every time, right? But you have to question. When you question the status quo, you will go to the next level. When did India got our independence? Why did we get the independence? Because we questioned back, right? Had the leaders not questioned back, would have we got our independence? But independence came with a price, right? There are fundamental rights and duties. Rights pati ellaru pesuvom, duties pati yarum pesa maatalla. So as students, you are supposed to listen to your faculties. You are supposed to listen to your parents. Do we listen? I don't want you to answer, but have that retrospect in your life to understand where you stand. Do a SWOT analysis for yourself. Strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. To understand where you stand. And what all things you are learning now, you have to implement in your internships. Like Vistion is there, ma'am is there from Multiface. So there are a lot of organizations where you need to go and imbibe the culture of the organization. But your individuality is what will take you to places, right? Dhoni got a chance. Dhoni, your opportunity kadachida, another he became Dhoni, right? You are getting opportunities now to interact with people from the external people, HRs or other communities. So do you ask the right questions? There is nothing as right or wrong questions. Every question is a question. Please ask. Asking a question is also an art. You should ask. If you don't ask, will you get? Chinna baby adu nana pasigidna. It itself is asking, right? Correct. And our mother itself tell us false commitments, right? Nila varudhu, adhu poi saapadu saapiduvanga dhaan solranga. Or ammave branding pannudana, neenga ungalkandi evlo branding pannum? How many of you have LinkedIn accounts? How many have an active LinkedIn accounts? Right? That's the question. So practically what all things are taught to you, please follow that. So that's what will lead you for a better life. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, Edwin. So, I would like to thank all the panelists who gave different perspective in terms of, what is to be fed into the human mind, the student's mind, for them to look at their opportunity to become entrepreneurs, right? So, I will quickly summarize, as much as idea of Ashwini in terms of M square, T square, C square is amazing. We will never forget. It is meaningful. Please apply it. And Mr. Prem Kumar very well said that there are a lot of opportunities of funding from the government if you really come with brilliant ideas. Make use of those platforms to actually explore and make your dream come true. Third, Mr. Inwin rightly made you to do it, so we don't listen, we don't follow. The moment he asked how many people have LinkedIn account, young minds, young entrepreneurs going to become future entrepreneurs, almost everyone lifted your hand. The moment his question slightly changed, how many of you have active LinkedIn? It came down, right? That should not be the case. We have to be active today. We should have been active yesterday. We will have to be active tomorrow also. If your dreams have to come true, you have to put a lot of energy and efforts. Having said that, quickly I will just tell you a few pointers. Whoever is interested can take a note of it. If you really want to become an entrepreneur when you get out of your campus, idea to launch is very, very important. Work as much as you can in terms of bringing a brilliant idea. Second, build the mindset of founder, right? Founder mindset is also a growth mindset, right? Unless you think of engaging people to get into a job, your mindset cannot be a founder mindset, right? You have to think that you will engage people to work, earn, which means you are getting into a founder mindset, funding your dreams. So life easily, Mr. Prem Kumar said that there are options available, work on it, explore it. digital age marketing. Mr. Inwin also spoke about how much you are branding yourself, right? Similarly, whatever business you are into, you have to look at things where you can make use of AI, digital tools to brand whatever organization or startups you are looking at. Most importantly, you need to have a strong team, right? One man cannot run a business, right? We need to have people around us. This is all people related era. Without people, you can't do as much as we talk about automation, robotics, AI. To operate that also we need human minds, right? Then most important thing is navigating failures. Nothing will be winning at the first time, right? We should have the mindset or the maturity to accept the failures, learn from the failures and step up. Sustainability in startups. So when you actually look at starting your business, you need to look at a sustainability plan at least for 5 years, right? Because first time, nothing can go right at the first time when it comes into business, because business is not related to one individual or one set of people. It is exposed to the world. Lot of environmental factors are there. Lot of government policies, right? The funding, lot many challenges will be there, as she mentioned, Ashwini mentioned, see, challenges, right? You have to have that kind of sustainability ideas for at least 5 years. Leveraging technology, right? I was very impressed, to see your lab, the infrastructure, the kind of, guidance, mentoring, the funding arrangement the college provides. Fabulous, I would say. Please leverage those technologies. At last, impact. What is the purpose of your business? Why do you want to become an entrepreneur? What is the society? Entrepreneurship is very, very important because the whole world is looking at the society as very, very important factor. So these are the things you have to actually apply yourself, think through, have that kind of mindset, and I wish you all the very best for becoming young entrepreneurs very soon. Even when you are here itself, I understand when I was going through your lab that there are some projects already, approved for few companies and other things. With that note, I now open the floor for question answers. Anyone has any question, please ask us. We'll be happy to answer you. Thank you.
Good afternoon to one and all present over here. Myself Sujita and I am from second year CSE department. So my question is to Ashwini ma'am. Ma'am, if you were to build a company today, starting from zero with only college resources, what would be your first 3 steps?
So can you repeat the question? If I have resources only from college.
College resources.
Okay. What will be my?
First 3 steps.
Okay. Good. Thank you. That's a little tough and tricky question because it's only college students, and what am I going to do? So all fresh energy minds, right, which can break the world, which can also build the world, right? So the first and foremost thing that I would do is to skill them up, because I don't want to, so we'll have to, it's a fresh mind and it has to be molded well. If it has to be molded well, then we need to ensure that we give them enough training. So the first 6 to 7 months, I would first build up, and we wouldn't worry about what revenue I'm going to make, but first ensure that the foundation is strong. So I will put all my efforts in ensuring that I train them up. And then we believe a lot in 70, 20, 10, right? So a lot of percentages. 70% is learning from others, right? I'm sorry, learning on the job. So it's very, very important that it's not always you sit in the classroom and learn. I'm sure a lot of you here will agree, right? When you put your hands on the job, that's when you get to learn fast. So I would put into a 70-20-10% principle where you will start learning on the job, get you exposed to the work, and then you start learning. 20% is learning from others, right? So I may come from a different background, your friend would come from a different background. Each one of you can start learning from others. And 10% is where we will invest on your classroom trainings and your theory trainings, right? So first and foremost step will be to upskill. That's the first step. Second step is again putting you on the job. So that's the 70% which I said, right? You will start doing that thing. And the third one, which I always believe, is provide space for innovation, right? So we always believe that you have to have an ideation hour. Maybe I do not know how many days colleges do that, right? Sometimes you should all think about doing that in a weekly schedule. Put up an hour for ideation, right? The room should have nothing. The room should be having only sticky notes. You should give some problem statements to the students. Ask them to generate ideas, right? See, because generating ideas, let it be the silliest idea or let it be the greatest idea, but you say, think. You do nothing but think, right? I put a problem to you, and then you think. So we believe that igniting the minds on innovating and having a room which will have a lot of ideas so that that can be implemented practically. I don't know if I answered your question, but this is something that I think if I want to start up with all young minds, these are the 3 steps that I would do.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Myself, Sai Vignesh, from Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, founder of AgriGuardian. So, being an entrepreneur, and I have some questions related to teamwork. Okay, how should I keep my team motivated during long development cycles or failures? So that was the main question I was being. So sorry. How should I keep my team motivated during long development cycles or failures?
So long development cycle means how many hours? Define.
Okay. Like, if you are making a product for past 3 to 4 months, if we launch it in the market, if we get any flaws or some negative comments, then I must make my team to work for another product, right? So how should I motivate my team to work on other flaws and the negative parts of the
I'll
environment?
re-question it.
Yeah.
You and your team are there, right? What was the main reason they came to you as one team? What was the main reason behind that?
So based on the different disciplines based on the requirement of the product to build, so we've been completely.
You all came together for one purpose.
Yeah.
Solving that problem, right? So that was the purpose. If everyone is united in that purpose, they will stick around with you for a longer time.
Okay.
How many of us know Mofra? Mofra? Anybody knows Mofra? How many of you know Usain Bolt? Usain Bolt did wonders only in 100 meters, 200 meters. Mofra did wonders in long term. When ma'am told about sustainability, we need to look at long term. So if your team members are fascinated with the idea, they will stick around, they will put on their own. You need not motivate them. They will be self-motivated to be with you.
Okay.
But if they're not motivated, it's always better to lose that team and go about, right? Coconut is very hard from outside, but it is tender inside. So you need to be that way across in your approach.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Myself, Joshita BL from Sakenya CSE department. And my question is for Vaishnavi, ma'am. Now, my question is, what are all the technical habits which differentiate someone who just works, whereas the other who wants to start up a company or to be an entrepreneur?
So if I hear it rightly, you are asking me what is the difference between a employee and the entrepreneur,
Yes, ma'am.
right? In terms of technology.
Yes, technology. Technological habits or skills that they want to improve or to learn.
Okay. See, entrepreneur mindset is basically it starts with idea to launch, right? The idea comes from entrepreneur's mind, and the launch, the execution is the skill sets expected from the people or the employees who are going to do the project, right? So if you ask me, even the employees can come up with ideas. So there is no difference per se, if you ask me, in today's world, there is no difference between the skill set or the mindset required between an entrepreneur and employee under an entrepreneur. That those days have changed. The skills are common for everybody and anybody. Ideas need not necessarily come only from the entrepreneur. Ideas can come from the employee as well. So to answer your question, there is no need that skill sets or the technical knowledge per se to be different for both of them. Right? Thanks.
I think with the permission of Vaishali ma'am, I'll add a few points. Everyone needs to have 4 goals. One is personal goal. What do you want to do in your life? Second is professional. What do you want to do in your life from the job or from the entrepreneur perspective? Third one should be financial goal. You need not be dependent on your parents or your friends. You need to be self-resilient and self-sufficient. The fourth one should be social goal. Are we responsible? Are we socially responsible? Are we as an entity or as a corporate, are we socially corporate responsibility? So if these 4 goals are met, we will outshine a lot of other people's. Ma'am, to answer your question, we can take it like, if the entrepreneur person or any person, if he is ready to face the failure but doesn't stagnate there, but takes the next step to move ahead, then he is a successful person. Because success is not a journey. Success is a journey. Success is not full stop. It's always with comma. How you come back, how you take back your steps and come. How many of you have been in the nature? Nature. உங்க சரௌண்டிங்கே நேச்சரா தானே இருக்கு. How many have seen a frog? How does it jump? It goes behind and then takes, right? How does a flight go take a first swing? It goes behind and then takes, right? The jet. So புலி பதுங்கிறது எதுக்கு, பாயறதுக்கு தானே, right? So how should you guys be now? It's a question to ponder.
Thank you. Anybody, any other questions to the panelist?
Hello. Good afternoon. My name is Danish. I am currently working on an agri-tech project. I would like to ask the question to Prem Kumar sir. Sir, year by year there are more number of agri-tech startups coming up, but only few of them are able to crack into the market. Why do you think the difference is so high, and what do we do to tackle them?
That's a good question. So, there are many agricultural products. So, where the USP of your product should be, that's why I asked when I saw a project in your college lab, have they really visited the field to understand the problem statement of the farmers? So that is where the difference lies. Only the end user will have his pain points. So unless you talk to the end user, understand his pain points, then your innovation will not stand out. So you have to go to the field. You should not stop with the lab. And you should have good mentors who can mentor you in that project. And especially somebody who is well versed in that particular field. So they will, at the outset, they will tell you, this is how it has to be done. So if you have a proper mentor, if you have the correct expertise, so then because India is a big market, so any number of startups can come up, even in the same field. So it's up to the innovator to fine-tune his innovation so that he stands out.
afternoon, sir. I have one question to you. Myself, Akshay from CSE department. And how can a founder identify the right mentor in their career? And many students fear failures. So, what kind of failure they can chase to grow up for a future growth? And what is the biggest challenge in the entrepreneur?
Fear of failure is the biggest challenge. So fear, that's a fact. I'm happy that you asked an honest question, but you should come out of there. So failure is a stepping stone to success. So you know how Einstein failed so many times before he could invent an incandescent bulb. So failure should not stop anyone from his goal, ultimate goal, or what he is trying to achieve. So you should learn to inculcate that habit of handling our failures. So finding the right mentor, you will always find out if you move with the right person. So you are, as an entrepreneur, you should always keep your eyes and ears open, so that you can spot the right person when others can't spot him. So you might be thinking he might be sitting next to you, the person who can mentor you into that. So it's keeping your eyes and ears open. Thank you.
Warm greetings to the panel members. Myself, Santalal from 3rd year CSE department. So, sir, it's the final question, I think. So, I would like to ask leadership. What do you think about leadership? And you have been in teams like they have in your organization there will be a team who will be working on a personal project. So, how do you choose a leader about them? Like you have seen and a behavior in them. So you may think, yeah, they are okay to be a leader and they can lead the team. So how do you see their behavior? How do you choose that? Should I repeat the question?
In one word, a leader should lead. He should show by example. So I'll leave it to her to explain it to you.
See, the word leaders always sometimes get misguided, right? Because for me, I feel that, as Sir rightly said, somebody who has to lead by example, right? That shouldn't get into your head that I am a leader. The moment it gets into the head that it is a leader, then it's going to topple down, right? So so not all managers can be leaders. Not all leaders are managers, right? So it's a little confusing, but that if you think deeply into it, you'll understand what exactly it is. And a lot of organizations, I'm sure my HR friends will agree, that employees don't leave companies, employees leave managers, right? So because we believe in that. So a person who kinds of stands for the team, doesn't put the team on the spot, holds the team together, stands by them, and you dream saying, okay, this person is going to be my role model, right? You would like to mimic that particular person. I mimicked my boss, right? The way I speak today, sometimes I picked up few of my cues from my boss and I used to follow her style. Then what happens as experience grows, you will start to develop your own style. So if there is a person that you think is your role model, that person can be a leader. Okay? Leader is there everywhere. So it's in an organization. I know we put on a lot of this very strong words like leadership development, leadership reviews, and all those things. But end of the day, everybody is a leader. If you have some of these qualities to hold the team together, and also that's how we even address even fresh risers. Rather, I mean, we call them risers, right? In our organization, somebody who comes out of campus to corporate, we don't call them freshers. You know, the fresher, non-fresher, we don't like that word. We call it as a riser, right? They are going to rise in the organization. So we even call a riser a leader because we find a lot of attributes to it. I don't think I've answered you directly, but I'm trying to say that everybody is a leader here. Yeah.
Thank you.
We extend our sincere gratitude to our esteemed dignitaries for sharing their valuable insights and experiences. Your perspectives have enlightened our students and provided them with a deeper understanding of real-world expectations, career paths, and professional growth. Thank you for taking the time to be with us today. Thank you, dignitaries. May this gathering shine as a crossroads where knowledge and curiosity meets in harmony. As we conclude this inspiring event, it is my privilege to invite Head of the Department, Dr. T. Sripriya, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon to everyone present here. On behalf of Jeppiaar Institute of Technology, I extend my deepest gratitude to our esteemed chairman, Dr. Murray Wilson, for his unwavering support and vision that made this event possible. A heartfelt thank you to our distinguished HR panelists for sharing their valuable insights today. Thank you, sir. Next, I extend my gratitude to our principal, Dr. J. Venugopala Krishnan, IQAC Director, Dr. Shenbagayil, Dean Placements, Mr. Dharani, and Training and Placement Officer, Mr. Shine, for their continuous efforts in driving the success of our placement initiatives. A special thanks to the Purchase Manager, Mr. Vijayan, for facilitating today's event, and to Mr. Manigandan, for our students in charge, for overseeing the student-centric initiatives. My sincere appreciation also goes to the year in charges, head of the departments, and all teaching and non-teaching staffs, office, accounts, campus maintenance team for their consistent support. Finally, a big thank you to our enthusiastic students and audience for your active participation. You are the heart of this institution, and your curiosity and ambition drive such successful initiatives. Thank you all once again for making today's event a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. I kindly request everyone to rise for the national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष माहे जाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I request everyone to be seated till the dignitaries leave. I request everyone to be seated.